The Bigelow Honors Program for me was really nice to like study extra things because even if it took place of a study hall, it was still like an opportunity to learn more and be more invested in your community because you spent like extra time with teachers. One of my classes, I had history right before, and then the next class would be global journeys, so I had like 2 full blocks with one teacher. And it was really nice to have that sort of like dedication to academics.
As part of the Bigelow Honors Program, I have to present in front of a large group. And this really helped me to have the courage to speak.
It really helped me with public speaking and overcoming that fear.
I learned that I'm capable of doing much more than I think I could, because otherwise if I didn't do this, I would have just set that aside and never done it.
I feel it really practiced me a lot. It helps me to enhance my language skills. It helped me to build up my kind of improvisation. It also helped me to speak more fluently and, of course, more confidently. I think that's the most important part.
My favorite part of the program was the digital aspect. It had you do lots of work with technology, colorizing photos, and working on videos.
I think the docuseries was very memorable. We were tasked with trying to tell the story of a faculty member here at Rectory and put it into a short 10-minute video and try to include all of these different details and aspects of their life, which was very challenging. And we also were met with the challenge of trying to find audio levels and working with iMovie, and that was very challenging, but it was also very enjoyable and a great learning experience.
One part of Global Journeys that I really enjoyed the most, I'd say, was the Photoshop journey, which was, we took some photos from 1941 that were sitting around in the archives, and we copied them to digitally, and we colorized them, but the photo I had quite a bit of water damage from whenever it was either taken or in storage, but when I started colorizing it, I found it was difficult but engaging because it requires talent, and to find what color matches a grayscale skin tone the best is pretty complicated.
I really felt grateful to have the opportunity to like just have 5 minutes to stand up in front of a bunch of people and like tell my story, because the story that I told was pretty personal, but like for Bigelow Honors was able to give me the opportunity to share something like about myself and like give it to my community and show that like we all have a voice, and it was very empowering. And even if it was all graded and like, you know, teachers and people were watching me, I still felt like that passion to want to share things about myself.
I really like to be a part of the Bigelow Honors Program this year, and I really like it because there's a wide variety of options for you to explore different parts of human connections throughout the world.
The most challenging part of the Global Journeys program was in the humanities section. It was when you had to tell a story in front of an audience with just you and nothing else. This was challenging because it took a lot of effort to memorize it, and you couldn't really be nervous, and you had to not stumble upon your words that often. From doing this presentation, I found out I am much more capable of speaking in front of an audience than I originally thought I was.
I felt that when I was doing the big verbal presentation in front of everybody, I felt like I had a lot of time to prepare for it, and we did many rehearsals and run-throughs of it, so I felt comfortable with my story. But at the same time, public speaking is always challenging, and I felt that my teachers were very comforting, which made the whole experience much easier.
If you're thinking about doing the Bigelow Honors Program, I suggest that you do. It's very challenging, but you learn a lot more about yourself than you originally think.
I would say that in order to be successful in the Bigelow Honors, that you need to have good time management and be able to know when it's time to do work and get your hands dirty and try new things in the program, and when it's a good time to take some time for yourself because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. It's not meant for everybody, but it is a great experience, and I recommend that everybody should at least try it.
I'd say that anyone who wants to join and has been invited to join should definitely try it. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But I think if you can handle the extra class, if you can handle not having a study hall, I think you should definitely try Global Journeys.
I would like to say if you are very interested in the Bigelow Honors Program, you want to have a curious mind always in your hearts, because the curiosity will drive you throughout the course, and you must have this curiosity to explore different perspectives, to explore different ideas in our stories. And I think it's this curiosity that driven me along this path, and I believe all of the curiosity will make you thrive in this course.
If you want to be a Bigelow Scholar, you have to be ready. It's a lot of work, but I mean, it really does pay off, and I found it very rewarding. Even if, you know, instead of having a study hall, you have an extra class, which sounds like a big deal. It's really not that bad, because the things that we were studying are like, you know, like, it's fun. It's like preparing you for high school, and I found it very rewarding.